Picture yourself on a boat in a river with tangerine trees and marmalade skies. Somebody calls you, you answer quite slowly. It's a bad Don with big orange eyes. Freemason taxis, the boatman and the coins, putting coins over their eyes. Donnie Darko, MAGA Drumph, punkin' a chump, roasting Freemasons in disguise. 'Cause I'm Freemason. Freebasing Masons that do their roasts. They use AI like ghosts. So anyway, I called the Popo today. I've called them several times because they keep dissing me, and they falsely imprisoned me in 2024 for preaching about POTUS 45 and the vaccine agenda, because I say it's a bunch of bullshit. Nonetheless, I digress. You know how they do their roast? So one of the cops that came out today said, well, what do you got against Freemasons, man? Don't you know most of us cops are Freemasons? I said, yeah. And I got nothing against the Freemasons, man, but I got a problem with his lies and liars and deception. Like my hair? It's my crazy Elijah the Prophet look, you know, like Malachi 4:5 or Malachi 4:6, pick up the sticks. I think you Freemasons are a little bit infatuated with me. I think you guys want to invite me to one of your shindigs. I would love to perform for you fellas at one of your, what do you call them, rallies? I know the Dapper Diaper Don of Nod, P. Resident Poopy Pants, used to play Sympathy for the Devil at his rallies. You know, I have a rather odd way of looking at things. Things are rather odd in the land of Nod, and Nod happens to be Don backwards, but nonetheless, once again, I digress. I have this thought that keeps popping up in my crazy, diseased mind that makes me think perhaps the Freemasons are pulling a big scam on everybody. And I think to myself, what a great thing it would be if they used the Bible and Revelation 9:11 Abaddon as a bad Don. You know, the king of the hypodermic stings rolled out Operation Warp Speed minus the P's of the peace, the Genesis 3:15 enmity between the serpent seed and the woman seed, the wheat and the tares. What if they were using all that to push a certain narrative or agenda to cause people to look in the Word of God for themselves and to cause, I hate to use this word, discord, you know, to make order out of chaos, kind of like they're Novus Ordo Seclorum or whatever. You know, the things they put on their coins and all that crap. You know, like the coins they have with Trump and Cyrus and the Netanyahu and Trump, the sons of light against the sons of darkness or whatever. And then you got what's his name, the one who did the RFID research at 666 Fifth Avenue, Kushner. You know, I think he's related to the son of Sam somehow. Seems like I ran across that at some point in time. Nonetheless, uh, I don't have anything against Freemasons, man. Actually, my great-grandfather was a 32nd degree Freemason himself. He had some rather odd and peculiar habits, according to my mother. They used to call him Snake Man. He used to shake his wiener at the little kids on the block in Memphis. And, among other things. Nonetheless, I don't think that they all worship Baphomet and that they're all gay. I think maybe some of them are, because they sure do toy with homosexual innuendo quite a bit. And they do those roasts, you know. So I figured maybe they would respect something if I was to roast them. I have no problem with anybody. I hate no one. Actually, I love everyone. But I do want to make America great. I don't think it's ever been great. I think it was pretty easy compared to other countries. And I think we were immensely blessed. But the fact of the matter remains that this country's got a scourge of drug addiction and pedophilia. And I think that usually the person that screams the most, you know, the person who smelt it, dealt it, or the person, how's that go? The first one who smelt it, dealt it, or something like that. Nonetheless, I would like to sing you fellas a song. And buried him on the property at East Mississippi State Hospital in Meridian, Mississippi. Keyshawn Carpenter unalived Chris Knight. And the Freemason gave me a ride from cell 119 in Eupora. Talked to me about the Freemasons, and I said, hey man, you're full of shit. Freemasons. Freemasons. Freebasing now, Freemasons, yeah. Freebasing now, Freemasons, yeah. On your way to the Giants' Whoa. 6.66 Lucifer race. Hey, bad Don has been biting his time. Yes, it sings a masquerade. It's all just a script blatant by life pharmacia. We're all nations deceived. By life pharmacia, Black Rock Vanguard, Berkshire Hathaway, States Street Alphabet. Brought to you by Pfizer, none the wiser. Revelation 19, Steve's rolled out 5 months under the Emergency Use Authorization Act. The devil's back, body offer of the art of the deal. Diaper Don, Teflon Don, the lawless one with a mouth of lion. I gotta keep my guitar again, man. Shot. I ain't got any hard feelings, fellas. I don't break the law, man. I may be a little bit odd, but I don't break the law, and I don't do children either. And as far as the one that lied and said that my landlord said that I stripped naked and I was on drugs and drunk, and that's why I went to the hospital, that's a lie, man. And a Freemason showed up here before I ever went to the hospital and said maybe some time in the day room will change your perspective on Donald Trump and the vaccines. So it was before I got a hearing or anything, after I spent 5 days in cell 119 at Eupora Jail in Eupora, Mississippi. Then I was sentenced to 45 additional days at the East Mississippi State Hospital for preaching against POTUS 45, who became POTUS 47. 4 plus 5 is 9, and 4 plus 7 is 11. Revelation 9:11, and they had a king over them, the angel of the bottomless pit, whose name in the Hebrew tongue is Abaddon, but in the Greek tongue hath his name Apollyon the Destroyer. P. Resident Poopy Ponce. Drumph, fucking a chump, yeah, fucking a chump. Resident Poopy Pants doing that dapper Dr. Don Nancy bad on sunshine. Teflon John, the lawless one, with the mouth of the lion in your chinny chin chin, no prince of demons. Drumph, you be not good in. Illuminati Donnie. Blaze like a 12-gauge shot. Can you feel me back? Let the beat drop, yeah. You guys use algorithms to control people's narrative, don't you? You pesky little boogers. You use algorithms to control people's realities through the veil. When I take my cell phone with me in my pocket to walk to the little store about a mile down the road, that a certain girl always shows up and gives me a ride. Very pretty girl. Almost like they're pinging my phone and sending people to me at certain points in time. And I get these spoof calls. Not by the hair of my chinny chin chin. Illuminati Donnie, blaze like a 12-gauge shot. Can you feel me pop? Let the beat drop. Rosemary's baby, rolled out the devil's gravy. Operation Warp Speed, MAGA 315. Gang, and IAC. James Wells and Nod's gone backwards. Genesis 4, 16, 16's 8 plus 8 and 88's Drumph. Hey man, I'm not a prophet. guys really worship Baphomet and do gay stuff in secret? I don't know. I hear all these rumors. I don't know if you do or not. I'd like to come to one of you guys' meetings sometime if you would invite me. You gotta admit, I got some testicular fortitude. Intestinal fortitude. Because if I believed, and I did, if I believed that Donald Trump was Abaddon, the archdemon of the abyss, and the Antichrist, and the son of Satan, and Lucifer, and Cain, and still, even after they beat Christopher Hamilton Knight to death practically in front of my face and buried him at the hospital property in Meridian, Mississippi, and they came to me and said, or us and said, being the other mental patients, came to us and said, don't worry, we donated his organs so he will live on. And still I attacked the dapper diaper Don of Nod for over a decade on the ever protective and inclusive community screw tube. Be careful because they like giving me copyright violations so they can suppress me. So let me just stay original. They gave me one for playing House of the Rising Sun the other day. Although other people do covers all the time and don't get copyright violations, but for some reason when I do, I always get copyright violations. I wonder why. Could it be the nature of my content? Poopy pots. Sniffy Joe, what did you leave us this time? Sniffy Joe, Joseph Robinette Biden, and Abaddon's been biding his time. Executive Order 14067, maintaining digital ass ETs, was signed on the 666th day of the Biden presidency on either November 8th or August 11th, I forget. Either way, it equated to 88, which is Trump in Gematria. That's why I remember the date. And they changed it to what they're doing at CERN. And that's according to the scriptures. It changes times and laws, the natural laws. Time, CERN, with the LHC, the Large Hadron Collider, which in my humble opinion is a portal for Legion. And by Legion, I mean the digital Legion, like attacked me on my channel for years, who I slew over and over again and exposed. I had like 500 subscribers, and I had to delete my channel because I kept getting unalive threats to take out my eye, being called a pedophile and a rapist and a sex offender, which are all lies, among other things, over and over again till I lost my shit, deleted my channel, and then they went on Facebook and contacted my mother and and posted some things on Facebook saying, "Aha, we played a prank on Justin Jones and he whined about it." That's funny. That's very funny, because my dad used to wear a shirt that said I whine a lot, because he was a wino. He drank wine, port wine. And I remember him telling me, "I'm not an alcoholic, I'm a wino." I was an alcoholic. I'm not anymore. I'm recovered. And by the way, my landlord never said that I got naked and attacked anybody. Liar, Mark LaRue, Systems. You lying little sack of shite. My landlord never said that about me, man. You're a liar. You made that up. That's another false accusation from another alleged, someone that was masquerading as a Freemason, I believe. Has a little gimp in a mask, and he sits there in a toga looking like a little Fagula. A toga and a little wreath around his head. Little sissy boy. Nonetheless, I digress. I love you, Freemasons. I have no hard feelings, man. All I know is you fuckers lied on me, and you locked me in cell 119 to make a statement. And you beat Chris Hamilton Knight to death in front of me to make a statement, to tell me to shut up. I'm not shutting up. Shuts don't go up, prices do, so take my advice and shut up too. Biatch. I love you, Freemasons. Stop calling my phone. Stop answering when I call 911. Stop trying to silence the voice of reason because it doesn't align with your narrative. Because I see through your bullshit in my Don eye given to me in 2012 in an Oreo fight with the Prince of Demons, Beelzebub Drumph. Punkin' a chump, punkin' a chump. Before you cut me open 13 times like Osiris, I've got a 3-minute and 57-second video of rivers pouring out of my belly as per John 7:38. Big boys. I've been dead 6 times and resurrected. I had ischemic stroke to both sides of my brain. Was never supposed to walk or talk again. Now I speak 6 languages. I prophesy and improvise parables of music. I also decode your little numbers and codes, big boys. I don't break any laws. I'm armed. I was Army intelligence. I was a ground surveillance operative. I worked with Pipsy radars and sensor strings. I was replaced by the drones at Fort Huachuca, Arizona, the U.S. Army Intelligence School. The same drones that you spray chemtrails and X's in the sky right over my camper all the time. But I'm delusional, right? I can send you. I've got thousands of pictures. It's not in my mind, fellas. Ella, under my umbrella, Ella, Ella, eh, 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 eh. I'm not crazy, man. I I just play a crazy guy on YouTube. I'm actually quite astute and quite well read. And I mean no evil or harm. But like I said, you guys do your roasts. I don't break the law. But I come from a long line of veterans who bled for this country, and 22 veterans a day commit suicide because of what the atrocities that they have to do in wars for this country. So you goddamn right I'll speak what I want to say. That's my constitutional right. P. Resident Poopy Pants has his Truth So-Called platform. P. Resident Poopy Pants, where you at, buddy? Knight of Malta. Huh, Brian Christ? Sent the police, the FBI, Homeland Security to my 75-year-old mother's house 15 times over a period of a few months, allegedly looking for my little brother Brian, who's in rehab, and you fuckers know that. So leave the old lady alone, man. I call you to come to me, and you won't even come to my camper because you know I got cameras on your ass, and you know you falsely imprisoned me in 2024, and you're scared shitless because you know you broke the law. I don't break the law, big boys. My righteousness is from the Lord. Isaiah 54:17, assholes. Sign me up for a shiny new Chanel guillotine. Give me liberty or give me death, big boys. That's the dragon's breath. Buttercups. God bless you. Have a great day.